Alright y'all, welcome back to the channel and to some more turkey pattern testing. And I've got a combination out here today that I'm interested to see how it does, and a lot of you guys apparently are too, because several of you have requested us to bring it out here and try this kind of combination and see what happens. So for the setup I've brought out here today, I brought out this little thing. This is my New England Firearms Pardner SB-1 410. It is the youth model, so it's got the really short length of pull, and I believe it's a 20-inch barrel, including the chamber area here. So it's definitely a pretty short, compact little setup here. And it is a fixed full choke barrel down here at the end. And we've tested that shotgun a few times now on the channel, and even though it is not at all what people really think of when it comes to turkeys, it has shown some at least promise down at 40 yards. So I definitely think we have a chance of finding a decent load for this. So as for the load we're going to be testing today, I don't think it's the ideal load for this setup, and I'll explain why here in a second, but I decided to bring out some more of these since you guys requested it, and I want to see what it'll do. These are some Salt Creek Custom Cold Turkey 410 3-inch 7/8 ounce of number 10s, going about 1080. So we know that those are definitely good shells, and we've seen some really good performance out of them before in my Mossberg 500, but that is kind of a dedicated turkey gun. This is not. Plus, with this being a fixed full choke and clearly what I've already said is not an ideal turkey setup, I really don't think 10s are the best option for this particular gun. Now, I could be completely proven wrong, and there's kind of two sides of the coin there. 9s might give us a better pattern, but when it comes to 10s, we have the pellet count advantage downrange. That's kind of the dilemma when it comes to a setup like this that is not ideal in a fixed full choke barrel. So I really am curious what these Salt Creek 10s will do. I can pretty much guarantee you it's not going to be an ideal turkey pattern, and it's definitely probably not going to be the best pattern we've seen out of these loads. But either way, I still think it's definitely worth testing to see what might happen in a gun like this. So with that being said, I'm not going to handicap this any. It's going to be the same test as we normally do, which is a 40-yard shot. I also have my chronograph, so we'll see what kind of velocity we're getting out of this shorter barrel. So let's take you guys over here and get you a view of the target. I'll head up to 40 yards and take the shot. We'll look at how fast we were going across the chronograph and then go see how they did. I really don't know quite what to expect out of this combination, but let's go over here and shoot it and see what it gives us anyway. Alright, so that round gave us 967 through the chronograph. The box was calling for 1080, so this is pretty much exactly what I figured. With us having that much shorter barrel than average, I figured we'd be under what the box was claiming. So definitely not anything unexpected here. Definitely moving pretty slow compared to a lot of other like turkey loads being 11 to 1200 range, but it's not necessarily unexpected out of this setup. But how did they do down at 40 yards? I don't know yet. Let's go check it out and see. Alright, so now we're down range at our 40-yard target, and this is what we got here. Now, we do have a dead turkey. There's 2 in his brain there, a half of one in his spine right below his brain, and definitely another one down low there. But as you can see here, if we look at the entire pattern, that would be a pretty decent looking waterfowl pattern for like small ducks and stuff like that, for sure. But this is pretty much exactly what I figured would happen, and probably exactly what a lot of you thought would happen too. We just know that these 10s like the little bit tighter constrictions. So that fixed full choke barrel was just not enough for these 10s. So after seeing this, it would definitely make a good waterfowl pattern, but I would really be curious what a Salt Creek load of 9s would do, or maybe even something like a load of 7s or 8s in TSS. I'd be curious to see how the bigger shot size TSS does through that fixed full choke. It may be great, it may do about the same as this, I really don't know. But the 10s did about exactly what we thought they would do. It's just not quite enough constriction. And we know these are good shells, and we've seen some really good performances out of them before through tighter chokes in my Mossberg 500. So as for this combination, the 9s are definitely looking better so far. But at the end of the day, I just don't think that fixed full choke was enough constriction for these 10s, which that's most likely what a lot of you guys thought as well coming into this. But we had to test it anyway just to see what it might actually give us. Okay, and here's the wad out of that shell, and as you can see, it opened up absolutely perfectly just like it was supposed to. There's nothing stuck down in there, no shot or buffer or anything like that. No rips or tears or anything like that in here. It did absolutely perfectly, but it's just not quite enough constriction in that full choke to really hold that shot column together with it being as small of a shot as 10s are. But as for the wad itself, it definitely did what it was supposed to do here. Alright y'all, well, what did you think about that performance? It is pretty much exactly what I expected to see coming into it, really. We know that 10s just seem to like that tighter constriction due to that smaller shot size. So that fixed full choke barrel was just not quite enough. But I was still interested to see if the smaller shot size and the higher pellet count would kind of compensate for that. And for this test, I don't think it really did, which is not all that surprising. We know those Salt Creek 10s are definitely great shells. We've seen great performance out of them before, but it's just not the shell combination for this particular shotgun anyway. But what do you guys think about it? Is that about what you expected to see? Leave your comments down below and let me know your thoughts. So with that being said, I'm going to jump back to getting more testing done for you guys. And if you don't know, we do have a channel Instagram now, and I'll leave the link in the description for that as usual. So if you want to see sneak peeks and updates and things like that, that's the place you want to go. So with that being said, I'm going to get back to it. Stay tuned because we've got plenty more stuff coming and some more hunting videos as well. And on that note, I'll see y'all in the next one.